You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
This morning on this 2-year mark, plans to honor the victims of the Atlanta spa shootings and the push for awareness and change so it doesn't happen again.
Plus, we are learning about a second phone call former President Trump made to a Georgia official during the 2020 election. We'll break down what he said.
Temperatures are starting off on the cool side or chilly side this morning, but we'll warm up nicely for this afternoon. Today is my pick for the week. I'm going to explain why in the full forecast straight ahead.
In a matter of hours, there is a rally to honor the 8 victims of the Metro Atlanta spa shootings.
Today marks 2 years since that day. Liza Lucas has a preview of this morning's event.
This morning, the focus will be on the families as they continue the healing process and also a push for community change. Starting at 8:30 this morning, members of the AAPI community, lawmakers and family members will gather here at the Capitol, marking the start of a full day of remembrance events. Rallies are also scheduled in Denver, Detroit, New York, and San Francisco. Advocates say today will be a moment to confront the community's grief and pay tribute to the 8 lives lost in this senseless tragedy, but also to, quote, call for better treatment, better services, and a better country for the Asian American community. This morning, 11 Alive will be here bringing you coverage from the state capitol. Advocates say that locals who wish to pay their respects are also encouraged to visit the memorial tree in Blackburn Park. That's in Brookhaven. Sending it back to you.
Liza, thank you. This morning, we are working to learn more about a shooting in Carroll County involving law enforcement.
It was breaking news last night at 11. We've since learned 76-year-old Robert Bruce Clendenin was shot and killed outside of his home Wednesday evening. The GBI said it stemmed from a confrontation with a neighbor. Investigators say when Clendenin pointed his gun at deputies, they opened fire.
Fire officials are investigating a fire earlier this week they say was intentionally set in a Buckhead Target. This happened at the store on Peachtree Road. When firefighters got there, Target employees had already put the fire out.
The Georgia Department of Public Health has issued a warning about the drug known as Tranq. It's intended for animals, but doctors say people are mixing it with fentanyl. Tranq's been linked to several overdoses in Gwinnett County. And that was a look at your Thursday morning headlines.
Pick of the week, Chesley. How's it looking?
Oh man, it's going to be beautiful out there. It is a chilly start though. I gotta warn you of that. Got a chilly start. Temperatures down into the 30s in a lot of spots. We'll have sunshine through the day, although clouds will be on the increase as we head through the day as well. Not going to take away too much from our sunshine. We'll call it partly sunny skies by this afternoon. 56 by noon, 67 degrees will be your afternoon high temperature by 7 o'clock tonight. If you have evening plans, temperatures down around 63 degrees by 7 o'clock tonight. Notice the rain back off to the west of us starting to fill in now on the map. We've had crystal clear skies throughout the southeast last couple of days, and now some moisture is starting to return to the area thanks to an area of high pressure over here toward the east. You see that southerly flow coming in? And so right at Texas, moving right on in there, got a front that's making its way over toward the east as well. That combined will lead to the threat for severe weather as that front gets a little bit further over toward the east, especially by this afternoon. We could see some strong to severe thunderstorms over into parts of Dallas, Texas today. Tornadoes certainly possible there as they're under a level 3 threat or an enhanced risk for severe weather. That's 3 out of a possible 5. That system will move towards us, but it will weaken and slide a little bit further down to the south. So you can see the slight risk or the yellow area there over toward the panhandle of Florida. We got the light green shade for much of North Georgia, which means general threat for thunderstorms for us. The level 1 threat in our southernmost counties, Troup, Meriwether County, down through Upson County, got a level 1 threat there. An isolated strong severe thunderstorm is possible. Could pack some winds up to about 58, maybe 60 miles per hour. We'll watch that. Of course, we'll keep you warned if anything happens. The rest of us, rain for the most part. That rain gets in here by tomorrow morning. Despite the fact that you'll see the clouds increasing through the afternoon, don't worry about the rain today. Today is a good day. In fact, if you see my oldest son and you know him, give him a little light punch on the shoulder for me. It's his birthday, okay? Tell him happy birthday. Looking at a few clouds and that rain coming back to us by tomorrow morning. In fact, we'll see it. This is by 7 o'clock, not quite down toward the metro area yet, but it will make its way down there. And we'll see the rain intensify a bit once we get to the afternoon. A couple rumbles of thunder certainly possible, but again, we're not anticipating much in the way of any severe weather. This rain will be with us off and on through the day till about 8 o'clock. Once we get past 8 o'clock, it starts to clear out. We'll get the sunshine back in here as we head into Saturday afternoon. 55 degrees will be the high temperature. Only 51 on Sunday after a 33-degree start. So that cold air comes back. We'll stay that way as we start the work week. 32-degree start on Monday, which is spring. 57 degrees for the high.
We are learning about another phone call President Trump made trying to get the 2020 election results overturned.
11 Alive's Jerry Carnes explains.
The special grand jury here in Fulton County that investigated allegations of election interference during the 2020 vote heard evidence about 3 separate phone calls. First, there was the call between former President Donald Trump and Georgia's Secretary of State.
I just want to find 11,780 votes.
NBC News has now confirmed that the grand jury listened to another call, this one between Donald Trump and former Georgia House Speaker David Ralston. The foreperson of the grand jury tells NBC that in that call, Trump pressured the speaker to call a special session of the Georgia legislature where lawmakers would consider overturning President Joe Biden's victory in Georgia. Ralston passed away last year after an extended illness. South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham appeared before the special grand jury to testify about a phone call he made to Georgia's Secretary of State where he asked Raffensperger about disqualifying certain absentee ballots. The special grand jury wrapped up its work earlier this year. Now we're awaiting word on any indictments.
All right, we'll see what's to come, Jerry. Thank you. TikTok could be banned across the U.S. The Biden administration is now demanding the app change ownership. This is the first time they've threatened an all-out TikTok ban. It's in response to growing concerns over the safety of Americans' data on the app. In Georgia, Governor Kemp banned TikTok from state devices. The Today Show will have much more on this new push from the Biden administration coming up after 11 Alive News.
There is a maternal health crisis in Georgia. CDC data shows more moms are dying from childbirth in Georgia than in any other state. It's worse for Black women, who are 3 times more likely to die during pregnancy. This has led to some families deciding to give birth at home. Seven made that decision after her first ultrasound. She said there was a bad experience where both a doctor and ultrasound tech ignored her questions.
This could be your mother. This could be your daughter. This could be your sister. And the battles that women already face as mothers every single day, like the experience of birthing a child should be equal to anybody. You shouldn't have to go into somewhere that's supposed to support you and be scared.
We also spoke to Morehouse professor and OBGYN Dr. Madeline Sutton, who says the barriers Black moms face include provider bias, disproportionate access to educational opportunities, health insurance coverage, and Medicaid.
A bill that would ban booting in Georgia could head to the full state Senate. It would ban the practice of booting cars and fine companies that do it $1,000.
Kennesaw State's basketball team is waking up in Greensboro, North Carolina this morning. The Owls are the only team from Georgia in the NCAA tournament. They're going to make their March Madness debut tomorrow against Xavier. 11 Alive's Maria Martin will bring you live coverage from Greensboro starting today on 11 Alive News at 5 and 6. The Owls tip off tomorrow at 12:40. Chesley.
Go Owls, man. Go Owls. Hey, at noon today, it's not going to be bad at all. 56 degrees will be your temperature. We'll have sunshine around. A few clouds working into the area, but no precipitation coming out of those clouds at all. 4 o'clock this afternoon, we'll reach our high of 67 degrees. Warmest of the week. Yes, enjoy it, folks. You know there's changes coming. In fact, more clouds will move in later on tonight, and we'll see that rain get into the forecast area by tomorrow. The rain will be with us, heavy at times, off and on through your St. Patty's Day Friday.
7 miles.
7, more than 7. We'll have an updated 726. Yeah, it's not good.
Can you just stay home?
Thicker.
Just stay home.
And the rain's not even here yet.
I know. All right, happy birthday to your eldest.
Yeah.
Leslie Jr.
Do something great today, son.
Yeah, have a great day, everybody. Today's show coming up next. See you in the morning.